Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. This is going to be the quickest everything in bloom on the 8th that I've ever done, because I want to get out of here, seal the door up and get the hot box on while I've got the chance. So anyway, relatively quick today. There isn't much to see anyway, but I will do something a bit different, so that'll be at the end. Again, if you feel like joining the channel, the join button's there. Become a member of the channel, make a small contribution to the upkeep of this orchid collection and the kit that goes with it, and as the season progresses, new orchids. There won't be many because I've got so few choices, but we have got some shows coming up, including the big international one in June, I think it is, the Malvern International Show. I will be buying there, so there will be new orchids to come. They all cost money and they seem to have almost doubled in price over the last few years, like lots of other things. Right, over here to start. This is, I think it is a pure Oncidium actually, Tahitian Dancer this one's called. It's got Sotoanum in it. Some of these blooms are not quite right, and we've gone over the thoughts behind what they've been fed on for the last 6 months in the previous video, so I'm not going over it again, but that's what the blooms should look like, including aphids in this case. Now you know why I want to get the hot box on, to get rid of such. See, there's quite a few on there, isn't there? You look on the flowers. So we've got aphids in here, so we'll be checking after the hot box has been on to see if they've gone. But you can see some of these other blooms haven't opened as well as this one, so there is some distortions going on. Now up here in the in the Oncidium types blooming area, they've nearly all gone. This Sherry Baby is still okay. This one's gone. As have the two Oncidium types behind, but this one's still okay. The blooms on this one are still okay. Nice large plant, that one, and this one over here is still looking good. Very attractive blooms. This is, I don't know whether it's an Oncostellia or a, what does it say it is? It's a Wilsonara, and it's called Tiger Tail. You can see the tiger colours there, can't you? But a very attractive bloom. Quite odontoglossum-like. So that's that one. Then coming over here, we've got the recently opened representatives of the Cattleya Alliance. One, singular. This is Lalia anceps. Again, not a good blooming, with explanations why in the previous video. I'll put a link to that video in the end, because I'm, you know, people don't watch every video, and when you go on in one video about something you said in the previous one, a link to it might be useful. So that's that. We're getting thin on the ground over here. Then we've got our yellow Cymbidium that came from Burnham's. These blooms are starting to show signs of going over. This is the last spike of 5 spikes I believe I had on this plant, but again, very attractive blooms. I'll be looking forward to another set of those sort of late autumn into winter next year. And then we've got this one down here. Again, it's got a shortened spike. This spike should be almost twice as long as this. The flowers on it are okay. They're normal size and normal colour. Just the spike itself didn't develop as well as it should have done. But again, lovely colours. This one came from Hannah for me to look after. It was a friend of hers who died, and this plant was given to her at the funeral because, you know, the family knew that she liked orchids and stuff, but not something that she could look after herself in a flat 2 stories up. And then we've got our anomaly, our conundrum. This is called Cymbidium copper, and looking at the blooms you'd never tell why. And I shall be off to Mathers on Saturday. The mystery will be resolved on Saturday, so I will go over that in my Sunday chat as to what the explanation is why this has come out such a dramatically different colour. But again, lovely markings, even if the colour's not what we originally started with. But that's that. And then over here, I don't normally... let's not forget the Dendrobium infundibulum. Now this, again, it's a blooming issue. It could come back to feed. These blooms normally last 2.5 to 3 months. They haven't even gone a month yet and they're starting to go over. There were 4. 2 have already gone. This one looks like it's going. And this is the latest one to open. That's what they should look like, and they should stay like that for a couple of months. So not as good as it should be, but gorgeous simplistic blooms, just 2 colours and very, very attractive shape. Typical orchid shape, quite honestly. So that's that one. And then finally, I have a couple of Restrepias. I watered the cooler, shadier ones this morning. Again, I've got my watering done out of the way, so I don't need to come in here for the rest of the day. But I noticed some Restrepia blooms, and this is quite a good example. This is a species. This is, I think it's Falkenbergii. Yeah, Restrepia Falkenbergii. Came from Burnham's a long time ago, and has grown on into quite a reasonable sized plant. It blooms many times on each leaf. You can see each one of these little bits of string here is an old bloom spike off of that one leaf. The blooms come from underneath the leaf, like this one. And luckily these two, I'll put them together. I'm going to do something different in a minute. That's a species. That's a hybrid. Some of the hybrids, as Restrepias go, have got quite large blooms. The species do tend to have smaller blooms, but the species have often got the brighter colours. Anyway, so that's Falkenbergii, and this is Hauliciae, I think it is. Yeah, that came originally from the Eric Young Foundation, and being based in Jersey, I think it is, one of the Channel Islands. They are more French than English, much closer to the French border, but they're still part of the UK, sort of. It's a strange association. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is sign off with the camera. So thanks for watching and all that, and thanks for those that have subscribed and those that are about to. Subtle reminder, hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink and all that. Don't forget the old thumbs up, and I'm going to put the camera down now and bring my phone in and get some close-ups on these 2 Restrepias. It will probably end up as stills, which I will add on to the end, but just to show the beauty of these blooms has to be seen close up, not at a distance. So I'll use my phone to do that. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by.